All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. This one fielded at the 5. Able to power through, and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, Gardner underneath for Johnson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ohio! Flex round!
From the gun, Gardner. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 36 yards.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Throwing on 1st down, Gardner. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Okay, we got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Flex round!
Operating from the gun, Gardner. That's going to be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive line's had to pass.
Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Bush. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Reuben Foster not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Gonna look deep for Wills. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They begin the drive with Johnson, and he'll be taken down right around the 27th. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gardner. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Gardner. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On the run, it's Bush. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Ohio!
On 1st down, they stick with Bush. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Ohio! Ohio!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Ohio! Ohio!
They'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Oh, let's go! What? Nothing!
They're going to look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th, now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry, and that can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll look to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Johnson on the counter, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He'll get this one to Switzer. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll go to Pirine, trying to pound it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Gardner on the move to his left. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, Gardner. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. In for the score. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
Now, that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. It's the Bills with an early lead over the Jets. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. He's got it at the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Again, this is Bush. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Flex round.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this.
Ohio!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Jabal Sheard in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
Flex round!
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, Gardner. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there
That could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Flushed out right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Gardner eluding the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Gardner. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Gardner going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the counter, it's Bush. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson finding room to the 20. And he cuts it. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Duke Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Patriots. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself something for defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And this is going to be incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Frank Clark in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, Gardner. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Gardner. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Right back to him on first down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bush. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Back to throw here. Steps away to his, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Trey Burton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Gano the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Gardner. Being checked. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Out of the gun now on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Johnson. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
New England on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Flex round! Flex round! We got three, fellas.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hill. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll set up to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Romero. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Romero. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for the first with Bush. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Bush. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Around the NFL 4th quarter right now in Atlanta. And the Saints have surged back to take the lead there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They go to Johnson again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And take it right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's got this way down inside of New England's 10-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 51 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll pitch it to Bush. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. 2nd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it across with Bush. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended. Down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal and go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. We've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to take the emotion out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock, right? Did they lose track of where they were on the field? Was it makeable for their kicker? All those things come into play here, and it turns out they don't get it done.
So for the Pats, it's an important win in